From the Winter Games now, we'll move straight to, of course, Russia. Yep, that's the place, Vladimir Putin and the FIFA president talking about Gianni Infantino. Both of them meeting, to talk about preparations for the World Cup. It's very close now. It's in June. And, of course, they feel they need to iron out everything, visa regulations for foreign soccer football fans, billions of dollars have already been pumped into stadiums, the hotels, the infrastructure. And, of course, Vladimir Putin, they're actually keen to improve the image of Russia, since there's been this crisis of Russia is not a country where you go to, it's not peaceful and all that, because of the politics involved, the Americans and the Russians. But then football outside, usually that is put aside whenever, football is in. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be an easy one for soccer fans traveling to Russia this time around.
Yeah, 4 months to go. The World Cup starts on June 14, February 13, so 4 months. So you start ticking the dates in your calendar. Yeah. But one thing I want to say is I hope that Russia, too, will come out of this. The winners, like North Korea, are presently doing with the Olympic sports. It's a big family. Less acrimony, in the world of politics. But, the Russian president has given his back into the World Cup, has, kept on saying that, look, everything is going to be ready. And if you're getting assurances as high as the president of a country, I mean, I don't know what else that you want. And look, it is, if you want to play the devil's advocate, Vladimir Putin has consistently said that all of those things that you've heard about Russia is just Western hypocrisy, Western conspiracy, but
I think it's really because of what they did to Crimea the other time, the role they play in that Ukraine conflict and all that. That's basically the reason.
He feels it's a backlash of all of those things. And his own point is, don't bring that into sports. Let's say, what's really happening. But as the days roll by, we'll see. But it looks as if the Russians, putting all the stops, they will be ready. The World Cup will be hosted by Russia. And all those issues you talked about, hooliganism, restrictions of movement, because the Russians want to ensure that, there won't be any trouble. And I think they can achieve it. They did that with the Confederations Cup, restricted, even for Russian fans. There was this thing they did, and I think it was a novel idea, this fan identification.
If you don't have it, you can't. Your ticket alone will not just grant. So your ticket is more like your identity.
Yes, if you have been flagged, even if you've bought the ticket, you've done everything, you won't be able to get to some sort of... If they can do that to Russian citizens, then imagine if a fan from Britain who is notorious for troublemaking, wants to come to Russia to do... and the Russians have even said, funny enough, they said, look, if you want to fight, don't do it in the stadium. Just go elsewhere. We allow you, but not while...
when the match is going on.
Not while the football is going on. So we'll see what happens. Heartwarming news coming from Russia showing us that the World Cup will indeed go on without any hitches. All right, Cecilia, let's talk about something that... you've clamored for a while. We've talked about it. We've said, look, let's get this off our backs. And appointments into vacant positions for national teams. Cecilia, let me allow you to do the honors. The NFF president heard the cries a while ago, settled the one for the senior women's national team. But for the other ones...
he needed to do that because, people are actually complaining about the fact that you don't really know who is in charge of a particular team. And so it's just when 2 weeks or, 2 months to championship starting.
Weeks.
Then sometimes. Weeks sometimes, yes. So with this weeks sometimes. This is when they just come up with lists and you be wondering what's the coach going to do. But this time around, they decided to just come up with the list earlier, than expected for the Super Eagles team be an Olympic main team. So it's going to be same coaches, which is really beautiful. Salisu Yusuf, of course, silver at the last chan. Imama Makakbabo, Kennedy Boboye, Fidelis Lechuku, and Aloy Agu, all of them with the Olympic
team. The thing I like about this one is when you look at the performance index of some of these coaches. you think that you want to think it's a reward for what they've achieved, maybe in a year or two, and I think it's good.
But then their club will not suffer. Anyway, we'll come to that later. That's another issue there. Then the under-20 men, talking about the Flying Eagles. This one, you have Paul Aigbogun. He's the head coach. Remember Paul Aigbogun, Enyimba. How he's going to work with it, but we'll see. Then Abdullahi Makaiba, also Aqua United. Is the Abubakar Bala Hassan, You have Hassan there, Hassan Abdullah is a scouting, and Sulaiman Shaibu, the goalkeeper trainer in that one. Then we'll now talk about the under-17, talking about the Golden Eagles. Manu Garba is still there. Unduka Ogbade is back in the mains. Jolami Atune Ali is also there. Bumi Harino, scouts. And Abidin Barua Olatunji.
Barua,
okay. Olatunji, so he's a goalkeeper. Then the under-15 boys there, well, they call them the Future Eagles. This one you have Alala Adaladin. Then you have Haruna Usman, Ahmed Lawa, Patrick Bassi, and of course Ernest Salul Meni. We'll just go for a break now. When we come back, we'll take a look at the remaining names.